Hello and welcome to The Humble Seer. This is the hidden side of Jason Momoa. All right, so let's get an overall card. We're gonna pull a Oracle overall card on Jason. I get very good vibes from this person. I get that they're a very good person. That's just what I got, exactly that word. Okay, those words rather. All right, so overall is champion. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, victory, winner, conqueror, exemplar. Okay, so he is a champion. So whatever he goes for, whatever he does, he wants to do it right. He wants to be the best at it, but he's not crushing toes. He's not doing it vindictively, going after people, walking all over people. He does it in a very humble way. He's a champion, a humble champion is what he is. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start out with his finances. Let's get an oracle card on his finances first. Let's get an oracle on his finances. All right. Okay, so we have overtime. All right, so I just get there that he works overtime. He puts in the time and it pays off because his finances are increasing. Let's get a couple of tarot cards on his finances, okay? Let's get a couple of tarots on finance to tell the story a little more. Get a little more in depth. Okay. So the first card is sleepless nights in his head. And then we have the Fool. Okay, interesting for finances, right? Okay, so we all know that the Nine of Swords is about being in your head, just living in your head. And this is what he does a lot. He has a lot of anxiety over his finances, okay? But he takes a fool's move. He does things that some might think, he takes risks on certain roles. Some might think are foolish. But in his mind, in his eyes, he's passionate about them. He doesn't take roles necessarily for money. He takes them for his passion is what I get. He takes a fool's move. And maybe something has been offered to various other actors before it reaches him. But irrespective, it helps his finances. But he is in his head because he's like, I have family. I want to make sure that I'm providing. Let's get one more card. Let's see. Let's get an oracle on finances, and then we'll move on to family. Just out of curiosity, anything else? I don't get that his finances are bad. They're not, the top. Okay, art exhibition. I get with this card, the art is about creativity. And as long as he remains creative in the roles that he chooses, he will continue to make money. Not a ton of money. He's not going to be an A-lister, but he will work frequently. He will be that kind of actor that's out there that gets a lot of work, but maybe doesn't get paid the most. But it is enough for him to maintain his lifestyle, to, maintain his children's lifestyle and so on. So yeah, it's good. It's not like over and it's not under. Okay, let's move on to family. Let's see. Let's get a couple oracle cards. Now, family I'm getting are his wife. I don't know if they're divorced. His ex-wife, Lisa Bonet, I guess, or somebody he's separated with. And let's get that's what wants to come through on family. His wife and his children, or Lisa Bonet and the children. Okay, so mistakes. Sorrow, and curse. Oh, wow. That's heavy. And his life, his family life he feels that ultimately he made a mistake. But his heart still bleeds for in mistake with Lisa Bonet. But his heart is sorrowful. It's a loss. He still feels it. And he feels in many ways that that marriage was a curse, that, this person that he loved and cherished and still does, it was cursed from the beginning. There was a lot of sorrow and mistakes. But overall, let's get a little more on the family. Like, what are the family dynamics? Let's pull a tarot card on that. What are the family dynamics between Lisa and Jason and the children? Okay, what do we want? What do we want there? I get it's cordial, it's friendly, amicable. Okay, it's the Hanged Man. This is how he feels, right? The Hanged Man. He's trapped, because that's what the Hanged Man is feeling, trapped, limited. But he also imposes that self-limitation. I get that it's not as good as he would like it. When he and Lisa are together for however short amount of time, there's conflict there. All right, let's get into love. Let's pull a couple of love cards. I get his heart is and always will be with Lisa. I mean, he has children with her. He just always loved her. And she's considerably older than him. Okay, so we have spoiling you. Which he did a lot of with her. Because that was his dream. She was his dream until he got into it. Okay. And we have romantic feelings. Okay, so let's start with spoiling you. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips, everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. Okay, now I get that he reminisces about this when he first became connected with her and spoiling her, doing whatever, giving her things. He spoiled her. And romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. I mean, he still has a lot of romantic feelings for her. He still loves Lisa Bonet through and through. I mean, there's no getting around that. This is family, right? No, this is romance. I'm sorry. Love. All right, let's get some oracle cards. Okay, we have silence on love. This is about love. We have distance. You saw how that one flew out. Let's pick it up and see what it says. Chemistry. That really wanted to say, hey, I still have mad chemistry for Lisa. But there is too much distance between us in terms of sometimes actual distance, physical distance, but distance in terms of where we're at. It's just too distant. And with that distance, there's just too much silence. It's too quiet. It's frozen, right? But the chemistry's there, but it's broken. It's very, very sad. What about his current love? Can we get a card on his current love? If he's in a relationship, what can you tell us about that? It always goes back to her is what I get. It always goes back to Lisa. Okay. Whoever he's with will never truly have his heart. Okay, so we have dreams as it relates to anyone that he finds himself in. He has many options. I mean, he's desirable. People find him attractive and handsome. And so he has options all around him. I get that women throw themselves at him. But he's not that kind of man, and he is not perceptive. He finds it flattering, but those options just fall flat. What else can you tell us about his relationships, though? The ones that he gets in, his love relationships. Not with Lisa Bonet, but anyone that he finds himself with. What can you tell us about those? Okay, Queen of Wands. I mean, this is interesting, but this is what I get. I want my Queen of Wands, which is, Lisa. To him, she is a Queen of Wands. She's vibrant. She's everything. She's fiery. And that's what he wants. Okay, let's move on to his career. I get that at every turn he just sees her. It's very sad. Okay, that one wanted to come out. And we have internship. Internship. I get that, he came from humble beginnings and he had to start, at the bottom. Whereas some actors, they just instantly get what they want. With him, like in an internship when you're in college, when you come out of college, you do an internship. You don't even get paid hardly, right? So his life, in that world of acting, it was very humble beginnings. He didn't, even though he was attractive, even though he was charismatic and friendly and kind and likable, something just wouldn't allow him to come out of that internship right away kind of status, that starting out, young and not getting the breaks. Okay, now we have the King of Cups. This is his career we're talking about. And we have, burdens. Okay. All right, so Jason is the King of Cups all day long. This is his personality. He's emotionally intelligent in some ways. In other ways, he's got diarrhea of the mouth. And this is how he's seen in the industry, is what I get. He's seen as the King of Cups. He's lovable, is what I get. But he has burdens because in some ways he's not treated fairly. And I get that as it relates to finances. He doesn't get paid what he should. But he doesn't have anyone really going to bat for him. So his career is good in terms of, he'll always have to work hard. He won't be raking in millions upon millions is what I get. He won't make a ton of money where he's like at 500 million, but he will have a comfortable life. Okay, let's get some oracles. Is there any, I feel like there's just some more things. Let's pull some oracle cards here. Let's pull 3 oracles and see what else we can close out with. Okay, we have distracted, but remember his card is champion. So he champions over everything, okay? Then we have bluff. Okay, that came out. We're going to take this one. Okay. So we have, I think this one came out too. I'm not sure. Distracted. There's a lot of distractions in his life as it relates to love, though. It's love. And bluff. Bluff is about pretending, a mask, exaggeration. I get that he does wear a mask sometimes, especially as it relates to his heart. Because even though people might think he has an open heart, or the relationships that he finds himself in with other women, he has an open heart, right? Receptive, empathy, vulnerable. He is always longing for the one that caused him an emotional storm, which Lisa Bonet did. Turmoil, unstable, affected. And the children I get are fine, and they're used to whatever is going on right now is what I get. They're used to the turmoil and all of the hardships as it relates to Jason and Lisa, the children that they have together. And that's an emotional tie that can never be broken. But he will always be in an emotional storm. in an emotional storm. He's in it. It's like this curse card that came out. It's like that relationship with Lisa was always cursed. And I get that he was told don't do it, whether by friends and family, by, those spirits around him, because I get he's very spiritual. He was told don't marry this woman. It will be the end of you. You will have emotional turmoil. You will be distracted, but they will always have this over you. You will always have that chemistry. It's a very sad story as it relates to love. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by The Humble Seer. As always, you take good care and we'll talk soon. Bye.